It was Christmas Eve, 1983. The streets glowed with lights, chimney smoke curled into the frosty air, and the city hummed with quiet excitement. Among the people who kept that city clean and shining were two best friends, Danny and Zoair. They weren't just co-workers in the municipal cleaning department, they were neighbors, brothers by heart, and as close as two people could be. That evening, as they worked their final shift before Christmas, people greeted them warmly. Some offered small gifts, others slipped a bit of money wrapped in thank you notes. It was the season of gratitude, and those two friends wore smiles brighter than the streetlights. But among all the gifts, there was one that would soon become legendary, a neatly wrapped box with a golden ribbon. A kind woman had handed it to them, saying with a smile, "You deserve something nice this Christmas." Inside lay a beautiful pair of brown leather boots, shining like they'd just stepped out of a shop window. Danny took the boots home that night, whistling happy tunes as he walked through the chilly air. He couldn't wait to try them on, but when he did, something funny happened. No matter how he twisted or pushed, the boots simply would not fit. Too small. So he laughed, shrugged, and placed them carefully in the shoe cabinet. Maybe one day, he thought. A few days later, his wife Rima was tidying the house, as wives do when they get that holiday spark to organize everything. She looked at the boots, untouched and dusty, and sighed. Why keep what we don't use? And just like that, out they went, neatly placed beside the trash bin. The next morning, Zoair, on his way to work, spotted something familiar. There they were, Danny's boots, sitting innocently beside the bin, like they were waiting for him. Now, Zoair was a practical man. What a waste, he must have thought. He picked them up, brushed off the dust, and carried them home. But fate had a sense of humor that week. Because when Zoair tried on the boots, they didn't fit him either. So, he too placed them gently in his shoe cabinet, thinking maybe someone else in the family could use them. Until his wife Sally, who, by the way, was Rima's sister, decided to organize their house too. And just like her sister, when she saw those boots, she said the same words. Why keep what nobody uses? Out the door they went again. The next day, Danny stepped outside to throw away some garbage and froze. There, by the bin, were the same boots. He squinted, leaned in, and thought, wait, didn't I keep these in the cabinet? He laughed, picked them up, and took them home again. And so began the great boot exchange of 1983. Every few days, one of the sisters would throw them away. Every evening, one of the men would find them, dust them off, and bring them back. The boots became travelers back and forth from one doorstep to another. No one knew who they belonged to anymore, but everyone had touched them at least once. Eventually, Rima and Sally met for tea and shared their stories. Both laughed heartily at the absurdity of the boots' journey. The sisters decided enough was enough. It was time for the traveling boots to find their true home. So, they gave them to their young neighbor's son, a shy boy named Sammy. And as destiny would have it, they fit him perfectly. From that day on, Danny and Zoair would watch Sammy run through the snow in those traveling boots, and every time, they'd exchange a grin that said everything. Some gifts aren't meant to be kept, they're meant to find where they truly belong. So if you ever receive something that doesn't seem to fit, a gift, an opportunity, or a moment in life, remember, it might just be traveling to find the right person. Patience, kindness, and a little humor can make even the most stubborn of gifts find their home. If this story warmed your heart or made you smile, go ahead, hit that like button, share it with friends, and leave a comment about the funniest or weirdest gift you've ever received. And of course, subscribe for more real stories that warm the heart and tickle the soul. See you in the next one.